Hey everyone, welcome back to the Explore Taiwan. I'm your host, Alex.
And I'm Sophia. Happy to have you guys joining us today. Whether you're an English learner looking to pick up some natural conversational skills, or a travel enthusiast curious about the hidden gems of the world, you are in the exact right place.
That's right. We're talking about a place that is incredibly close to my heart. It's a small island off the southeastern coast of Taiwan, known as Orchid Island, or in the local indigenous language, Ponso no Tao, which literally means Island of Human Beings.
Oh, Island of Human Beings. Wow, that sounds so poetic and deeply grounded, you know? I've actually seen pictures of it online, and the scenery looks absolutely out of this world. Volcanic rocks, deep blue oceans. I mean, it looks like a fantasy movie set.
Well, it feels like one too. Trust me. The indigenous people there are the Dao people, also sometimes called the Yami. Their culture is so deeply intertwined with the ocean and nature. It's completely different from the mainland of Taiwan. But wait, before we dive too deep into the ocean waves, Sophia, let's do a quick vocabulary check for our listeners. I used the word intertwined. Do you want to break that down?
Oh, definitely. Intertwined means when two or more things are closely connected or twisted together, so they're hard to separate. Like, you can say, music and culture are deeply intertwined. It's a great word to use when you want to sound more expressive in English. So, Alex, tell me about your first impression when you set foot on the island.
Well, honestly, the very first thing you notice is the geology. It's a volcanic island, so the rock formations are just jaw-dropping. If you ride a scooter along the main highway that loops around the island, you'll see these massive, dramatic sea-eroded caves and unique crags. For instance, there's a spot called Lover's Cave, or Qingren Dong in Mandarin.
Lover's Cave? Okay, that sounds romantic, but knowing you, you probably went there alone with a camera.
Hey, why do you gotta expose me like that on the podcast? But yeah, I was alone, and honestly, it didn't matter because the view was my date. It's this enormous natural sea arch formed by the relentless pounding of the waves over centuries. When you stand inside it, the sound of the ocean crashing against the stone man, the acoustic and visual effect is just thunderous. It really makes you feel small.
Wow, relentless and thunderous. Love those words. Relentless means never stopping or giving up, like the waves, and thunderous means extremely loud, like thunder. I bet that was a spiritual experience, even without a real date, Alex. What other natural spots blew your mind?
Well, if you want something a bit more relaxing after that thunderous experience, you have to go to Dongqing's Secret Realm, or Dongqing Mijing. It's hidden near the Dongqing village. It's essentially a natural tidal pool, enclosed by jagged coral reefs. The water there is so crystal clear that it transitions from a striking emerald green to a deep sapphire blue. It's like a private, natural swimming pool hidden from the rest of the world.
Oh, I mean, that sounds like a total paradise. I'd probably just float there all day. Is it easy to find?
Well, hence the name Secret Realm. It takes a bit of looking around, but that's half the fun. And speaking of water, if you want a different kind of chill, there is the Yayin White Sand Cold Spring. It is located right where fresh spring water meets the salty ocean. So you're sitting in this crisp, cool freshwater pool, but you're looking directly out at the endless white sand and the vast ocean horizon. It's literally the definition of the sea and the sky merging into one.
That sounds like pure bliss. But wait, you mentioned a place called Big Tianchi, or the Great Heavenly Lake when we were planning this episode. Is that a beach too?
Ah, definitely not a beach. Big Tianchi is actually a crater lake located high up in the mountains, surrounded by a dense tropical rainforest. Now, I have to be completely honest with you and our listeners. The hike up there is quite a challenge. It's muddy, it's steep, and you can easily lose your way. That's why it is highly recommended to hire a local guide. But the journey itself is magical. Along the way, you'll notice markings carved into the tree trunks.
Markings on the trees? Like graffiti?
No, definitely not graffiti. Those are traditional family crests or markers carved by the Dao people to claim ownership of the trees for future boat building. It gives the whole forest this very ancient, sacred, and mysterious atmosphere. And when you finally reach the crater lake, seeing those dead trees standing out of the water reflecting the sky, it's eerie, but incredibly beautiful.
Wow. Let's pause there because eerie is a fantastic vocabulary word. It means strange and frightening in a mysterious way, like a ghost story or a misty forest. E-E-R-I-E. I mean, I love that contrast between the sunny beaches and this eerie mountain lake. Speaking of views, where is the best place to just sit down and watch the sunset?
Hands down, green grassland, or Qingqing Caoyuan. It's this massive, elevated coral reef plateau on the southern tip of the island. It's just covered in this lush, vibrant green grass. People gather there in the late afternoon, sit on the grass, and watch the sun dip below the ocean line. The sky turns into shades of orange, pink, and purple. Honestly, it's pure magic.
That sounds like the perfect postcard moment. What about watching the sunrise? Because I am definitely a morning person, unlike you.
Ouch. Okay, true. I love my sleep. But for the sunrise, even I would wake up early to go to the Lanyu weather station. It sits at the highest point of the island, about 324 meters above sea level. From up there, you get a complete 360-degree panoramic view. You can look east to see the sunrise over Dongqing Bay, and look west to overlook Badai Bay. And if you go there at night, zero light pollution. The Milky Way just stretches across the sky. It's the ultimate sanctuary for stargazing.
A sanctuary. That means a place of safety or a holy place, but we often use it to describe a quiet, peaceful spot. Man, Alex, you're making me want to pack my bags right now. But you also mentioned some strange rock names along the highway, right?
Oh yeah. The island is peppered with unique rock formations, named after what they look like. You have Mantu Rock, which looks like a giant steamed bun. Then there's Twin Lion Rock Shuangxidong, which literally looks like two lions crouching and facing each other. It's another famous spot for stargazing. And there's also Warship Rock, which looks exactly like a military ship floating off the coast. During World War II, American pilots actually mistook it for a real Japanese warship and bombed it.
No way. Seriously? They bombed a rock? That's hilarious, but also kind of mind-blowing. Imagine being the pilot who had to report that he fought a rock and lost.
Right? Captain, the enemy ship is absorbing all our ammunition and won't sink. But, yeah, it just shows how realistic these natural volcanic shapes are. Now, Sophia, as amazing as the landscapes are, what truly makes Orchid Island unforgettable is its culture. The Dao people have lived there for thousands of years, and they have a culture that is fully centered around sustainability and respect for nature.
I love that. Sustainability is such a huge buzzword these days, but for them, it's a way of life that they've practiced for generations. And central to that is the flying fish culture, right?
Exactly. The flying fish, or libamban in their native tongue, is the absolute core of their existence. They actually divide their entire calendar year into 3 distinct seasons based on the migration of the flying fish. It all begins with the Mivangwa, which is the flying fish calling ritual, where they pray for a bountiful and safe harvest.
And they have very strict rules about how much they catch, don't they?
Yes, and this is where the true concept of marine sustainability comes in. They don't just overfish or take everything they can. They only catch what they need during the specific season, and once the season ends, they stop fishing for them entirely to let the ocean recover. It's a beautiful demonstration of harmony with nature. But when visiting during the flying fish season, travelers must be very mindful of local taboos.
Oh, taboos. That's an important word for our listeners. A taboo is a social or religious custom prohibiting or restricting a particular practice or forbidding association with a particular person, place, or thing. Basically, things you should absolutely not do. What are some of these taboos on the island, Alex?
Well, for instance, during the flying fish season, women are traditionally forbidden from touching or getting too close to the iconic pingbanzhou, the traditional puzzle plank boats. Also, tourists should never step into or climb onto these boats without permission, and you should always ask politely before taking photos of the local elders or their property. It's all about showing respect for a living culture, not treating it like an amusement park.
Absolutely. Respect is key whenever we travel anywhere. Now, you mentioned those traditional puzzle plank boats. They look gorgeous in photos with their geometric patterns. How are they made?
Oh, the craftsmanship is unbelievable, Sophia. They are constructed using up to 27 different pieces of wood from various tree species, carefully chosen depending on which part of the boat needs to be flexible or sturdy. And get this, they don't use a single metal nail. Not one.
Wait, no nails at all? How do they stay together without leaking?
It's all held together by traditional wooden dowels and natural resins. It's pure engineering genius. And the patterns painted on the hull are iconic: black, red, and white. They carve these traditional motifs like the eye of the island, which looks like a stylized sun or eye. It's believed to ward off evil spirits and guide the fishermen safely back home. It's a masterpiece of functional art.
Ward off. That's a phrasal verb meaning to prevent someone or something unpleasant from harming or coming near you, like warding off bad luck. Speaking of traditional lifestyle, I've also read about their unique housing. They live underground?
Well, they are called semi-underground houses. Because Orchid Island is frequently hit by powerful typhoons in the summer and experiences intense heat, the ancestors came up with a brilliant architectural design. They dug into the ground and built the main living structures below surface level, surrounded by stone walls. This completely shields the house from ferocious typhoon winds and keeps the interior naturally cool during the scorching summer.
That is so clever. Passive cooling and natural disaster defense built right into the earth. Where can visitors see these houses?
The best preserved collection of these traditional homes is in the Yayin Old Village. Walking down there feels like stepping back in time. But again, a crucial reminder for our listeners. You cannot just wander in on your own and start peeking into people's homes or snapping photos. You absolutely must join a tour led by a local indigenous guide who can properly introduce you to the history and etiquette.
Got it. Note taken. No unauthorized exploring of people's backyards. Now, what about the traditional clothing? I think many people associate Orchid Island with the traditional male loincloth, or the tea-back, right?
Yes, the traditional loincloth, often referred to as a 丁字裤 in Taiwan. It's a very practical garment, designed for a hot, humid island environment, and for diving into the sea to fish. The fabrics, patterns, and ways it's worn actually vary depending on whether it's for daily work, a fishing trip, or a formal celebration. It's a symbol of pride, strength, and their deep connection to the ocean.
It makes total sense. I mean, if you're swimming and fishing all day in a tropical climate, wearing heavy trousers would be a nightmare. Honestly, it's all about adaptation.
Exactly. Now, Sophia, I know you've been waiting for this part. Let's talk about the food. Because exploring all these hills and cultural sites will definitely work up an appetite.
Oh, finally! You know me so well. I've been holding my breath for the culinary breakdown. What does Orchid Island taste like?
Well, the food culture is this incredible fusion of fresh seafood, locally grown water taro, and a very unique coastal breakfast culture. First off, since it's the home of the flying fish, you absolutely have to try the local flying fish dishes. You can get deep-fried flying fish, which is crispy on the outside and super tender on the inside, or fresh flying fish soup.
I heard there's a super famous breakfast item made of flying fish that people literally fight for.
Oh, you mean the legendary flying fish rice ball from Ali's breakfast shop? Yes, it's a handmade rice ball packed with savory, flavorful, shredded flying fish meat. The catch is, they only make a very limited number of them each morning. People literally set their alarms and line up before 6 a.m. just to get a taste. If you sleep in, you miss out completely.
Line up before 6 a.m. for a rice ball? Wow. I mean, I love food, but that requires some serious dedication. Challenge accepted, though. What else is on the menu for breakfast?
Well, if you aren't an early bird, you can head over to Meyame Breakfast Shop at Dongqing Bay after watching the sunrise. Their signature dish is the French bacon roll. They take thick toast, dip it in egg wash, pan-fry it, roll it up with crispy bacon, and then you can choose either a savory version or a sweet version drizzled with condensed milk. It sounds simple, but eating that savory-sweet combo while looking at the morning sea? Unbeatable.
Oh, stop it. You're making my mouth water. Condensed milk and bacon? That is a flavor combination I didn't know I needed.
Right? It's magnificent. And if you want a crispy texture, there's another spot called Dongqing 33. They are famous for their extra crispy Taiwanese egg crepes, or danbing. The crust is incredibly crunchy on the outside, but soft on the inside, and they have an outdoor terrace seating area where you can literally eat your breakfast with a panoramic ocean view right in front of you.
Okay, so mornings are completely covered. What about the afternoon heat? I imagine it gets pretty intense under the tropical sun. How do we cool down?
Oh, you go straight to Wen taro ice. Orchid Island grows its own water taro, which has a very distinct, rich, and dense texture. At Wen, they make this handmade taro ice cream that is so smooth, creamy, and packed with natural taro aroma. It's not artificially sweet at all. It's the ultimate refreshing treat when you're doing a trip around the island.
Natural taro ice cream. I'm a huge fan of taro, so that is officially on my bucket list. Any other unique desserts?
Definitely. You should try the handmade seabird's nest desserts. There's a lovely place in Dongqing village called Mutian Liangping. Seabird's nest is actually a type of natural coral seaweed that is packed with plant-based collagen. They process it into a refreshing jelly-like texture and blend it into shaved ice and cold drinks. It's lightly sweet, incredibly refreshing, and supposedly very good for your skin.
Natural collagen from the sea? Sign me up. I'll take 3 bowls, please. Now, what about dinner? Or a nice place to unwind in the evening?
For a great dinner with local flavors, Driftwood Restaurant, or Piao Liu Mu, is fantastic. They serve beautifully plated indigenous fusion meals using local ingredients. The atmosphere is very artistic, decorated with actual driftwood collected from the shores. And if you want a cozy vibe with some furry friends, there's a restaurant called The Mermaid and the Cat Renyu He Mao.
Wait, did you say cats? Like actual cats?
Yes! The restaurant is filled with adorable, friendly cats that just lounge around while you eat. But the real star of their menu, besides the food, is their unique beverage, the Red Label Rice Wine Milk Tea.
Hold on. Rice wine and milk tea? Is that safe? Am I gonna get drunk at dinner?
Haha. Well, it has a very subtle, warming kick to it. They mix traditional Taiwanese Red Label rice wine with creamy milk tea. It creates this rich, unique aroma that you literally cannot find anywhere else in the world. It's the perfect way to toast to an unforgettable island adventure.
Wow, rice wine milk tea surrounded by cats. That sounds like the most beautifully quirky, wonderful way to end a day on Orchid Island. Honestly, Alex, listening to all of this, Orchid Island isn't just a travel destination. It feels like a place that challenges you to slow down, respect the earth, and appreciate a completely different rhythm of life.
You hit the nail on the head, Sophia. It really forces you to disconnect from the hectic city life and reconnect with the raw beauty of nature and human tradition.
Well, that's all the time we have for today's episode, guys. We hope you learned some great new English vocabulary like intertwined, relentless, eerie, and sanctuary, and perhaps fell in love with the culture of Ponso no Tao.
Don't forget to practice these words in your daily conversations and let us know in the comments if you'd ever dare to try that rice wine milk tea. Until next time, keep exploring and keep practicing.
Bye, everyone. See you in the next episode.